Same message as the last time really. If you love and appreciate this kind of content, or Dr. Stone specifically, help vote in Season 4 by pledging to my Patreon, linked in the description. Again thinking his saviors had arrived, and then his reaction when he understands they're still going for the ship. I'm making it official! Gen has the best reactions in this series! Not running on the spot! What a great way to start the battle! Thank God she caught up to him and did this before he could waste any more bullets. Idiot already fired off like 6 so far, I think. Hey. Something so simple and yet so mind-boggling to anyone watching this go down from the island. The sight itself is beautiful too. Bit long to show, but Gen proving his worth by using his words and threats of more of this to try to seriously thin the enemy ranks. Just when things are looking up, this dude has to bloody well appear again! I'm shocked he knocked him into the water already. He couldn't even pull the damn trigger in time. That's a twist and a half I didn't see coming, I must admit. That's a wildly good example of what I call fresh attacks where nothing is repeated at all and is thus obviously much more labour intensive to animate. Colour me surprised that he took her out with a single hit and that was that! I knew Senku would have something up his sleeve, but I damn near freaked out when I understood what he'd just done. That he'd revived that insanely strong dude from the last big war. What a seriously awesome twist! Moments like this do such a good job, I think, of displaying the contrast between his confident words, but also his worry and fears he's clearly carrying on his face. He really makes for an interesting villain, as I've said in the first half, because of his intelligence. But also I can't help but appreciate that he runs here, which is logical for now. As a follow-up win, him not being clever enough to randomly figure everything out is also a good touch for him as a character. He thinks it's magic pretty much, and it worries him what they can do. It's nice seeing her like this. It was mentioned before that she's ugly, but she's definitely not, and her being girly is awesome to witness. Hearing this guy talking like a leader here and now got me thinking that maybe he could potentially be one of the good guys in the future, and to the story's credit, it's not always black and white. Prime example of some of the cracking good tunes this season has going for it. Just like the taller main evil bad dude, he's also very interesting because he's got smarts on top of everything else. For context, this moment came right on the back of all the women are beautiful statement, and I don't know, I like her. That was a cool ass moment right there for me. T! He really did cut quite the regal figure when he was alive, the poor guy. Normally this would be one win, but between the music, the misdirection, Senku keeping so calm and stepping back as he goes on to the attack, it's max wins. I know it's already far too early to say anything just yet, but the fact alone that he's not only holding his own, but landing this big hit is brilliant to me already. Can't be genuinely massively surprised that he'd be honourable enough to return his spear here. That was a big old risk. That's like the first time in history that something like that has been addressed in an anime. Very brief not running on the spot. Things are really starting to heat up. You gotta be kidding me! He's this strong! The hat! She shows a much better side to herself here that we hadn't witnessed before now. Not only a care for the soldiers, but also for the villagers living there. Far too long to show, but seeing how much adoration she had for the ruler and why that's the case. Such a badass moment where the very first time she understands that an order he is claiming to have come from the master could not have come from him due to her strong memories of him. Their plan is working!
1 second!
That this thing works by saying how wide you want the shot to be and how long you want it until it blasts is such an amazing piece of lore regarding it. The mangaka actually making me feel sorry for her there. That's well played because she was a solid enemy in my mind all this time. Also, this music afterwards captured quite the creepy and villainous tone too.
Hi, Oshimai. Ibara, omae ni wa mokuhiken ga aru.
That right there is a GLPT, a god level plot twist. Let's freaking go, baby! Totally unexpected, and thus Max wins.
Win,
but I'll give it one for him forgetting the line from his whole job. That view, and the fact alone that he actually dropped it. He got it! The last guy on their side who I thought would actually manage to end up getting it. I'm so shocked, I thought this fight was already over. How he sees it being used and going down. This. Before anything else even happens, I've got to give the voice actor credit there for his scream. He's pretty smart too, putting so much thought into what Senku, his old enemy and potentially enemy in the future, might be doing on the island that he could use. Perhaps the first part in a series of events which makes him trust in Senku and his plan for the future and back him, because in this moment he was shocked to find himself believing in them. It really has. Magma actually doing something right for a change. It's so simple and yet so badass. Again, I just love seeing the enemy being so confused as to how something that they've made works. Even if it's brief, I still like getting to see a character's backstory a little bit. Didn't expect it for an enemy though. That right there could be the moment he decides to join them with those powerful statements.
3 meter, 1 second.
Sorry, not sorry, that easily walked into max wins with that creepy but insanely shocking turn of events. This guy really has been a top-notch villain, to give him his dues, and of course the mangaka for writing him.
2000 meter, 15 minutes.
My word, this anime season has been amazing. I legit cannot wait for the next season. Remember, if you love this series, join up to Patreon and vote it in so I can cover season 4 quick. Whoop! There's something so damn creepy about this guy running to the center of the island to set this thing off like a massive bomb. How come it's so intense though? They got to him so much sooner than I expected. It's too much for me. It's still way too much for me. Chrome is once again proving why he fits in so well with everyone here, even with Senku. Love how he never gave up either, just using the running time to figure out how to beat this thing. That takedown was nothing short of being damn glorious, boy! Kudos to the voice actor too. What a twist! He got him to swallow it so he himself is the bomb! God, I hate him so much! Seeing it happen in some smooth motion is amazing. Probably hasn't happened since the first season like this. The perfect follow-up win! Him giving away this info before being turned like such a legend. Makes for quite the interesting end to him when he's talking about wanting to learn from the first person to beat him and his combat style. It's such good music though. This moment just making me think of how large the blast radius was, but also that someone one day, so long ago, told this item to blast a much, much larger area that caught the entire world. Him being aged properly and getting to see when this event actually happened back then and how it went down. That he was going to take out the poor baby Bolt dude, and she gave up her life and her home to get him out of there. It all comes full circle now, back to when we first met him.
5 meter, 1 second.
Ah, that is so damn good. You get max wins for it yet again. So cool. That was actually my theory on what he'd do, funny enough. Glad I was smart enough to be able to think of something for a change though. That is legit incredible, to be honest with you. Not at all how I thought it'd go. Take max wins yet again, because there was seriously something so beautiful about all these people putting their utter faith in Senku to give him the knowledge he needed to know in the moment. In the end, it's worth back-to-back max wins, especially seeing the revival fluid literally turning his body back to normal as the rest turned to stone. That was perfection. That was nothing if not just a really nicely added touch. Rather than just leaving it at that, I'm happy that we got to see how it actually went down with Senku, plus the invention of the self-driving car is just nuts. I'm I'm totally issuing out another one there. I'm glad it wasn't literally AI suddenly. That'd make zero sense. Thank you, Dr. Stone, for being more realistic there. Glad he got it. That's another one for sure, but then the nerves kick in since he's disappeared. Can't catch a break, man! Oh, so I was about to be like, seriously? He counted on him batting away the bottle and it hitting him back there, but no, Senku just distracted him and lobbed the other one over at him. That's so much better. It's so good! I think it's perfect to revert back to a now altered version of the original plan, and this is for all the cards now. This season has the best twists of all of them, I think. And you guessed it, it's yet another max wins. It was a proper JoJo situation for me. I had no idea how Senku could turn the tables, or anyone for that matter. So damn clever. It's a touch early, but I'm giving the victory win to Senku already. What a scream! It'll only be brief, thankfully, but it's good to think in terms of the story to see Senku having come full circle here and being alone again. Luckily this time he won't have to wait so long though. Timing on that is amazing. Just a kind reminder that due to his prior actions, he is in fact not alone in this world, even with everything that happened on this island. Chrono's so happy. The food she's making looking real good is half the win, the other half is for the logical way they brought each person back, in order to make the whole process much easier. Well, that's a horrible sight to suddenly witness, right when they needed the stuff most as well. 2 wins, firstly everyone finally being back again, truly everyone back, and another for an animated montage. Love them. What I liked about this was that Senku understood it, but that his best mate Saitama fished her out, likely not having put that together, but knowing it was the right thing to do. It's the return of Ginro after quite some time has passed now. He's hilarious, but more importantly, he did something really of value when he thought he was going to die. He's a legend now.
Ginro?
Ginro?
No, it made you tear up! The fact that she's still in the anime, and only the fact that she's still in the anime. So good. Well now, that was unexpected, and also kinda awesome. If you know me, you'd know this moment was getting a win. A hard fought battle, really hard, that they won by the skin of their teeth, and now comes the relaxing celebrations together. I love it. Him being like this, that very same evening, is so very like him. I'm hyped, boys and gals, because right as we head towards the final couple episodes, we're getting what may be the next big part of the story getting set up, and I'm here for it. I was in sheer absolute shock there for a moment. It's max wins as you can imagine. My brain is going 100 miles per hour. She did amazing to react so quickly to get it away from the speaker. But this just adds another mystery. Someone knew it was either close or likely to be close. Who is it and why? And not only that, they literally tried to destroy the world and everyone on it again in the blink of an eye. I had a feeling about that too. He's so wholesome and such a bro. Just dropping one because somehow the mangaka made it even more interesting than one would think. It'd be easy to have a villain messing with them, but the synth Senku voice? That's next level. Dude, so many great questions. Get out of here. I love me a good mystery too. Let's go. Getting an unexpected fresh mock battle that's nicely animated near the end of the season. Follow up great animation win of awesomeness. So glad he's back. And just like that, we've got ourselves a brand new character and an interesting one, given his tattoo closely resembling the shape of the mysterious device. That really got me going for some reason. What the hell is going on this episode? There's been like 14 new big questions added already, and now one more? Max wins again, baby! Because I just figured this would be a bit of a long moment leading back into the main story. Not that he'd have bashed these two powerful ladies out of the way to get to him. Things just totally getting more and more wild. What I love about it as well is it's one of those where you expect it to answer questions and that's it, but instead it opens up more. Very brief not running on the spot. Oh, this anime is so stupidly good, and what a great example of what I was talking about from win number 611. Answer, meet question. That ending, not only for the jokes, but for that reveal. It's insane, I continue to love it. Such a good job at making this feel like a grand event, like one of the biggest plot points in the story and something they're legit going to work towards. How come I'm so hyped though? He's so weird, but I love him. I guessed this would happen. He's been a great guy and character this season, but this is his place to stay now, I think. That's something which is right up my street and to the left. It expands the world, it creates a new, much kinder world order with Senku basically at the top and ensures trade and stuff. Nice to get a flashback to the old days in season 1 here. I got fond memories of that. It's so sick to me that they've now built a massive windmill on the island, but also this great tower too. I love stuff like that. Always praising crowd shots in One Piece, so I should do them here when we get a nice one like this. Witnessing this place, basically going from near enough the Stone Age to this, is so pleasing. Their lives have been massively improved via combining with the Kingdom of Science. He's been a leader for 5 minutes and already makes his first selfless action by sending her along with Senku, since he's going to be needing tough warriors out there on the mission. Marking their end on this island with this was really nicely done.
Senku-chan wa sa, Soyuzu-chan ni misetakattan janai ka na. Konoshima-de.
Senku acts like he often doesn't massively care and only really cares for science and the mission, and yet clearly did this for the people on the island and worked hard to make it happen no less. I struggle to see the father and not tear up, knowing the original voice actor passed away, the same guy who did Leorio in Hunter x Hunter. But also baby Senku. That it was his father's words here that clearly carried through to his own actions all these years later. A genuinely lovely moment where he feels sad about the past, thinking of his father on this very same island so long ago, and yet she ends up brightening up his day as the sun rises. Beautiful. Mixing this message intended for them on the island as they're now leaving with his father and the others was such a nice touch. Then returning to the island we started the whole journey on, and I have a good feeling about who's going to be getting revived. Being nice to animals is always a win. But also these two remaining in the anime for science purposes. I knew it! This is so good! Hype! I had wondered why his forehead still had the cracks on it. Now it makes sense. But I'm really shocked to learn that the device is almost out of energy too. So clever to give us a solid reason as to how Senku would know it was running out of energy.
1 メーター1セカンド復活駅
This moment for me was done just about as perfect as I could ever thought it'd be. Everyone holding their hands to him now, trying to bring him back. The music, the pressure, and the final break. Stupidly great anime. From an artistic standpoint, my word, that was well done. That's so damn good. The closest he'll ever come to losing his cool. He's terrible, bruh. That would make for an interesting fight. Let's go. Super brief, but super shocking. I thought he'd put up some fight, but no. Basically, the only way this could go down without leaving a sour taste in my mouth, you know? He did what he did, he clearly feels deep regret, he's changed, and they repaired those statues. I like where his head is at. It's extremely symbolic as well. So badass getting the official announcement, and it looks like this. Him understanding that everything that happened has led to this outcome, and so as a result, he regrets none of it, fully cements what I was talking about with win number 645.
惣菜も大量にいる
Taking all of this prep that'll be needed into consideration is another in a long line of nice touches. That's just nuts and needs a quick win. His reaction to it too.
世界中で石像を復活させまくって世界各地に新しい街を作る
A big reveal that's almost as good as the going to the moon one.
そうだ起こした中にすげえ悪いやつとかも混じってんだろ
The biggest of credit to the mangaka for writing this into the story, as it's so logical but not something you consider right away when thinking of his plan. That's so clever and a big worry.
賞金ドラッゴ
Normally that wouldn't score a win on its own, but her voice actress totally sold it to me.
場所はアメリカ大陸だ
Learning of the next big location that they're going to. This season has made great use of its past in numerous ways I've already covered up to and including this moment, something he feels guilty about and may have a chance now to make right.
俺らは宇宙に行く
And in the same avenue as the last win, plenty of emotional moments and sights this time around too. Credit to the mangaka for juggling so many aspects.
そそるぜこれは
And one more there as he says another of his classic sayings. Thanks for watching. Like I said, if you want Season 4, join Patreon linked below and vote it in. Patreon.com/TheHonestGamer. See you there. Steelers, DoggosForLunch, GuruThor, Emerald Ember, JHeart25, Juice, Chrono, The Swedish Muggle, Marcelus the Roman, Nexus47, Admiral Nugget, Moody Blues, Kody Tiffany, Timothy Wilcox, Curtis Daniels Jr., Tomo Sandy, Henrik Jessen, Tide Wes, David Ferrix, Flaming Blade, Olive Wharf, Furious Mo, Marlon Endriss, Salt Lover, Jokerims, Rimuru, Gamer Ludwig, Onyx Calif, Mushwin, Don, Robert Jackson, Sekomi Ororum, Starkip, Dante's Face, Miran Arjan, Cody Niemeyer, Snowy, Sarcastic Truth, Hit of the Wicked, Thrasher340, Owen Haloran, Extinct Hero, Alexander Schwartz, Dante Soul, Rodies, Dragonboy 1, Iso, Cameron, Mudavirum, Tiger Lily Warrior, Knuckle Duster, Krystian Czuchta, Matthew Barr, Ruby Rose, Ghost Rider 176, Commander Cyrus, Cloud Garden, Luis Minito, Minimasher, Garrett Vermish, Ryan DeViries, Natsu Dragnil, A Joker, Willyman, Laxor, TRS, Liam Gagati, Kai158, Mr. Firecool, Wacky Normal, Zionx44, Lionel Schultz, Kevin Elston, Nozomi, Nick Monaco, Marvin, Sataiku Yari, Divikel, Christopher Willis, Michael Lewis, Cecilia, Nick Wyndham, Slazel, Guru, Cedric, Kevin 102, Sean, Darth Weirdo, Dragonstorm 35, Cumfreak, Kelnock, Marquez, Q Flash, Brainless Ben, Oliver Smiley Reacts, Your Edvinson, Kepan, Kyle Jones, Peter Milligan, John, The Elementator Wars, Amadillo, Nick Pell, Orkeeper, Jason Davies, Nightly Winter, Matthew Bluntset, Oscar I. Lopez, Jaffa6263, Storm 970, Isel Caldera, Kevin Nauta, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Stan, Ali50, Bird Without a Word, Chris Harris, 9028, Headshot Hunter, Brandon Creer,